Welcome again, Maxim here, and this video is a complete guide about Hollvania, the local characters and their offers, side activities, unique missions, how to farm local syndicate, new warframes, and much more. Let's get started. First of all, how to get here. You gain access to Hollvania during the Hex story quest. Let's start with the characters available here. After entering, turn right and you will meet Quincy. From him you can get cosmetic items, capture Assassins and simulacrum rooms. On the left from this spot is Aoi. She offers soundtrack from the minigame available near Amir, Caliber Chicks 2, as well as songs related to the local boys band online. Speaking of Amir, he is in the arcade room next to the Aoi. From him you can buy cosmetics, as well as weapon blueprints, their parts, and a complete set of Warframe site blueprints. Before we leave this room, on the right there's a unique arcade machine with previously mentioned Caliber Chicks 2. This is not the only arcade attraction here. Close to the all mentioned characters, there's a stand with another minigame, Ollies obstacle course. For the first playthrough of Caliber Chicks, you get cosmetic rewards, as well as from obstacle course, yet if you achieve a minute and 30 seconds, or better. You can have both of these minigames in your ludopacks by purchasing their modules from Amir. Moving on, if you go left from the starting position, you will find Eleanor. Here you can buy most of Hollvania arcanes and the elemental vice. You can place this item in Kuva, Tenet and Coda type weapons after using 5 formas in a given weapon and reaching rank 40. It gives you the ability to freely change the bonus damage type. Previously, to be able to make such a change, you had to own a copy of a given weapon with the desired element and perform a valence fusion. This item frees you from this procedure. If you place it in a weapon, you can freely change its bonus type to one of the 7 available. Back to the arcanes, all available on Hollvania can be divided into 2 groups, depending on how you get them. For the sake of simplicity, let's call this group an Eleanor's arcanes. The second offer from this vendor are Coda type weapons. You can buy them with live hard cells, which you get from Technocytes Coda. I will talk about them in a separate video. If it's already on the channel, you will see a link to it in the upper right corner of the screen, but you will also find a link to it in the description. One floor above, you can find Lettie. With her, you can exchange Syndicate collectables for standing points. And you can increase your rank in the Syndicate by the sword icon with Artur. The Syndicate has 5 levels, and you progress in it by completing bounties or exchanging items with Lettie. However, there's one but. In order to increase the Syndicate level from 3 to 4, you must have good relations with all Hex members. When you raise it enough with a specific character, you will see a special animation. When you see it 6 times with each member, you can go to a room placed above Artur, backrooms. There you can interact with Kalimos. This will start a special sequence, which is the true ending of the story quest here. But how do you increase level of relations with individual characters? Well, by talking with them. Through a special communicator on the computer called Kim. You can chat with them from backrooms, orbiter or drifter's camp. You can talk to a given person once a day. The exceptions are birthdays, but we'll get to that when discussing the calendar. Back to the conversations. If you do it well, you will see that answer shimmers in gold. Such reactions are indicators of earned chemistry points, and these increase the level of your relationship. You can also increase chemistry by sending gifts. Find out what they like, the better fit, the bigger gain. The third way to increase chemistry is to complete bounties. You start them from the board at Hollvania's entrance. You will find information on which relationship benefits from completing them by checking a given bounty. Almost every type of them increases chemistry. Speaking of missions, as I mentioned, you take bounties from the board. But you can also play missions normally. Hollvania's navigation is through Kim's first tab. Here you will find 2 exterminations, each with other faction, Skaldra, Grineer-like enemies, and Tekrot, unique strain of infestation. An unique twist of exterminations here is a supply cache, located somewhere on the map. When you are close to it, you will hear a special transmission, and then search area will be marked on your map. But you should not look for the cache, but for the Effervon charges that are needed to open it. The number of charges is always number of players plus 1. They make a characteristic sound, and when you are close, they will also be marked on a HUD. To speed up opening process, you can pick one charge with your Warframe, and when you find another one along the way, pick it up with the operator. Insert first with the operator, then with Warframe. From the cache, you will have one of Eleanor's arcanes. After opening it, enemy counterattack will intensify. Skaldra will drop heavy units from planes, and Techrot will crawl out of special spawn pods. There are also 2 survival missions, here called hellscrubs. Life support modules will overgrown with Techrot, regardless of whether you are playing against Skaldra or Techrot. You need to clear them out regularly. If you don't, the device will transform into a powerful unit, Babao. Defeated will give you back some of the oxygen you would have had upon activation, but not all of it. Other than that, it is a regular survival. About new missions, the first one is Legacyte Harvest. It is a variation of capture. With help of Kalimos, you have to track down a Techrot unit, Legacyte. You can speed up this process by 15% with each Techrot gland you bring. It drops from defeated enemies. When Legacyte appears, you have to locate and capture it. At the beginning it will fight you though, and this unit can be tough sometimes. However, when its health drops below 50%, it will try to escape, and escape means mission failure. This game mode is an endless mission. Each one captured Legacyte is one rotation. This is currently one of the fastest endless missions. Additionally, on all missions listed so far, you can come across a special save. It has a unique icon on the map. When you are close to it, all you need to do is find the key. It is located no further than 100 meters from save. Key is marked on the map as a resource and makes a unique beeping sound. After opening the safe, you gain 1 Eleanor's arcane, 100,000 credits, and 1 collectible for the Hex Syndicate. Those items are in standard amount, 8 per mission, apart from unique sources, such as safe. As always, Syndicate collectibles are marked on the map as a resource. To track it down more easily, you can use air support from Parallax, Orkin Eye. It will mark all collectibles within 150 meters, even the key to the safe. The second new mode on Hollvania is Faceoff. There are 2 variants, against computer opponents or against a team of other players. So in a second variant, it is a PvP mode for 8 players. But don't worry, you don't fight them directly, but compete. During the mission you will get 3 different tasks to complete. While completing them, you will come across items that will strengthen your team or hinder the opposing one. You activate them by holding button with which you make waypoints. Regardless who wins, you always get some rewards. Upon completing, you get a pack of Phosphor or Eleanor's Arcane, and the winners get also a guaranteed pack of Phosphor. But this mode, as it is a PvP, also gives Conclave standing points. For full completion of one mission, 2000 points on the regular mode and 3000 on the Steel Path. Additionally, every once in a while, a green Wi-Fi symbol appears above the mission icon. This means that the Phosphor and Conclave standing you gain is multiplied by 2. The next mode here is Assassination. To get to the target, you have to destroy 2 reinforced gates. These can only be breached with ephemeral launchers, which can be obtained from special units. You summon them by hacking the computer that will be marked after picking up a transponder. These drop from defeated opponents. After destroying 2 such gates, you get to the boss. First you have to shoot his weak points, there are 2 of them on each side, and 4 around the turret. After shooting them, and the tank itself, 2 times alternatively, click the action button near the vehicle. Then the fight goes into the second phase. Now the enemy will have 3 health segments. Upon each destroyed, it will try to heal. After the second healing, you can destroy it completely. When defeated, it drops a random Eleanor's Arcane. But there are more rewards from this opponent. If you summon and defeat its reinforced variant on the Steel Path. After picking up a transponder, you take it to a different computer than the marked one. It should be somewhere near the gate, but it won't be marked on the map. There will be at least one of those in front of each gate. After using 2 transponders in 2 such computers, you will see 2 red icons on the left side of the screen under the minimap. It means that when you get to the boss, a much stronger version of it will appear, with enhanced attacks and additional magnetic pulses that will disable your skills. After destroying it, you will receive a special decoration for your landing craft. But wait, there's more! If you complete this boss variant while playing solo, using one of the warframes that is a part of the Hex, you will receive a unique glyph with it. There is one mission left on Hollvania, but to unlock it, you must play the true ending of the Hex story quest. Then, when you reach rank 4 of the Syndicate, 4 new characters will appear on Hollvania. One of them, Flare, is the core element of this mission. This is a defense, and he is the objective. An additional difference from the regular defense is the fact that every 3 waves an elite unit appears, the Screamer. When he reaches Flare, the mission fails. So don't be fooled by his great vocal talent. And get rid of him relatively quick. When defeated, he drops one random Eleanor's arcane. And on the mission itself, you have a chance to get blueprints for Warframe, named Temporal, and his pistol, Riot 848. If you are unlucky with the rewards, then every 3 waves you will receive beating heartstrings, from 4 to 9 on the regular mission, and from 8 to 12 on the Steel Path. You can exchange them in Flare's shop for Temple and Riot blueprints and some decorations. Other new characters are Minerva and Velimir. In her shop, you will find Scaldra weapon blueprints, and in his, some decorative items. This duo will be present from rank 4, but they will start trading with you when you reach rank 5. The same with Kaya. She also appears at rank 4, but you will not be able to start working with her until rank 5. She is responsible for the local Temporal Archimedea. This one is very similar to the one you know already from Sanctum. 3 missions in one sequence, random equipment, personal modifiers, and mission debuffs, all in 2 variants, basic and elite, and rewards depending on the research points. Opening this Archimedea also requires you to use 2 Netrasal pulses. As for the differences, there are 3 things: different rewards, higher level of opponents, and the new type of mission modifiers. Each player can use 1 modifying sticker for each mission, Pilipics. Each sticker has its own unique properties. This is also a personal modifier, but it does not affect research points. Stickers can be at 3 levels. Having less than 5 identical stickers is level 1, 5 to 9 stickers is level 2, and 10 stickers is free. You get a sticker pack from Archimedea, or you can buy them in Kaya's shop for Pix chips, which are also in the prize pool here. In addition, there are 3 unique arcanes, which can only be obtained in this mode and in Kaya's shop. And from other possible rewards, Archon Shards, Elemental Vice, and Omniforma. You may know the latter one as Aura Forma. The name and functionality have been changed. Previously, as the old name indicated, you could create a universal polarization in the Aura slot. Now with Omniforma, you can create universal polarization in any slot. The only mods that do not fit there are Umbral and Sacrificial mods. And when you finish the whole Temporal Archimedea, you get 15,000 standing points to the Hex Syndicate. The missions on Archimedea are variants of normal ones, just like in Sanctum. High levels of the opponents, unique mission behaviors, and debuffs. For example, in Survival you can transform a hellscrubber, local life support capsule, into Babao, and the defeated one will shorten the mission time, but will not drop oxygen. Or, during defense, you will not be able to use skills right next to Flare. There are really a lot of modifiers and minor differences. Try, adjust your builds, and over time you will do better and better. After all, these are currently the most difficult missions in the game. Nevertheless, in my opinion, Temporal Archimedea is easier than the one on Sanctum. But I can mention one useful tip right now. Stay close to Tempo on defense. By keeping him close almost all the time, you will be able to eliminate opponents that threaten him directly, and you will be constantly covering him with your own body. Okay, let's finally talk about the calendar. You can check it in the Kim's second tab. It's a form of weekly tasks, between which there are upgrades that will work on the Hollvania missions until the local new year. In addition to this, you will also receive very nice rewards, such as adapters, Archon Shards, boosters, many forma types, endo, revents, and many more. You always choose one out of 2 rewards. Completing these tasks progresses time on Hollvania. I suggest completing them on hellscrub on the Steel Path, that's where you can finish them the fastest. Unless you have to open containers, then it's best to go Legacyte Harvest with Zaku, efficiency and range build. Or you can complete these tasks while hunting Technocytes Coda. Back to the time progression, each week you get 3 calendar pages. This is one full season, so the full year rotation takes a month of actual time. On each page you will find 2 tasks, 2 rewards, and occasionally someone's birthday. This is an unique opportunity to chat with that person second time during one day. Wish them well and gain some extra dose of chemistry. Or you can also be a jerk if you like. As for chemistry, it is not a pointless system. If you have a really good relationship with one of the 6 basic characters, you can ask them to date. This can be done either through a special dialogue option when you visit a given character on Hollvania, or by chatting with them using Kim, when the opportunity rises and the conversation turns to such topic. If the person agrees, you can meet them in back rooms to chat a little. Back to the calendar for the moment. At the end of the year, when winter comes, if you are in the relationship, you will see the culmination of that relationship in the form of the New Year's tradition of giving your loved one a kiss for good luck. But even if you don't choose anyone, don't worry, you won't be lonely on the Hollvania New Year. And there's one more topic: farming the Hex Syndicate. Fortunately, it is not particularly difficult. I'd even say it's one of the more enjoyable syndicates to grind. There are 6 active bounties: Assassination, Legacyte Harvest, Defense, hellscrub, and extermination. And one of the 2 last missions is duplicated as a 6th bounty. The T5 and T6 bounties have a really nice rewards. 5 and 6,000 syndicate standing points for the regular ones, and 7,500 and 9,000 standing points for the steel path. If there's active harvest or extermination on any of them, you can finish the mission in 3 minutes. Really fast farming. And if you don't have the time to play in a given day, you can visit Lettie for a quick exchange. But there is one more additional 7th bounty on the board. It is connected to Technocytes, you get antivirus mods there. More about them in the next video. Now let's focus on the fact that it can be extermination, harvest or survival. For completing this bounty, you will get 7,500 standing points on normal mode and 11,250 on the steel path. Extermination and harvest can be completed in 3 minutes, so 2 or 3 missions and you have a daily limit. Ultra fast farming. And that's all in this video. The next one, as I mentioned, will be about Technocyte Codas. But if you have any questions, the comment section is yours. You can also visit me on one of my streams on Twitch, the link is in the description. See you next time, bye.